Welcome to your practice. Come to a comfortable seat. Sit on something if the hips or back need support or feel tight. The poet David Whyte said, "Wholeheartedness is the antidote for exhaustion." So I invite you right now to close your eyes. Rest your awareness in the pulsation of your breath. Feeling and noticing its flow is a way to breathe wholeheartedly. In this modern day age, so much is asked of us and we do so much. So it's okay to feel at times exhausted. Maybe you feel exhausted right now. However you feel, we're going to sing the sound of Om, just remembering that as many moments as we can, if we can bring ourselves to wholeheartedness, which is another way of saying full presence, one-pointedness, being totally present in the moment as it is with what is. That's how we can feel less depleted, because if we're halfway somewhere and halfway there, it actually is exhausting. So we'll sing the Om to this notion and we'll practice that today in our bodies. So take a deep inhale. Om. And bow into your wholehearted heart. And then inhale. When you're ready, you can lift your chin. And we'll begin standing. So take your feet at the top of the sticky mat. I'm going to show you this way. So they're sitting bone distance. And you can have props, 2 blocks, 2 pillows, if touching the floor feels too much. Sitting bone distance, you're going to inhale, bend your knees and reach for your props. If it's not too much, touch the floor. And exhale, stretch your legs straight, firm them, and take your palms back behind you. Now here, it's so easy to dump in the lower back and let the abs go. So today we're focusing that the lift of the lower back and the lift of the belly actually allows our heart to be supported and then thus whole with an H. So lift the back, lift the belly, and then exhale, touch down. Inhale, find the earth, and then exhale, rise up and stretch back, lift the belly. Inhale, bow forward. Exhale, stretch back. Strong legs. See if you can press your inner thighs back a little more, which will help lift the back, and then tone the belly. Inhale, forward. Keep the belly lifting the whole time. Inner thighs back, exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, thumbs heavy, wholehearted, opening through the chest. Notice that. Inhale, forward. And you can start to go exhale back at your own pace. And again, it doesn't have to be huge macro movement. It could be so sweet and gentle. Inhale, forward. Lift the belly, lift the back. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. So now, interlace your hands behind you. Now you can either grab a strap or a tea towel like this, or you can interlace them. Have the palms apart, or if you're very flexible and open, palms can be together. So there are 3 places. When you're ready, bend your elbows, point them behind you, and lift your spine. And now practice lifting the low back and lifting your belly at the same rate. So lift up, and then stretch your arms back behind you. Deep inhale, wholehearted breath, fully with your breath. Smooth exhale. Good. Release it all. And now we'll do it one more time. So if the hands were interlaced, there's one pinky that's automatically below and one pinky above. So switch it out and grab your strap, palms forward if not. Inhale, again, palms can be apart or flush and flat. Lift up on the low back, spill your inner thighs back. Lift up on your belly and exhale, stretch it back. Inhale, thighs back, feel the low back lift, and then tone your belly. Exhale, squeeze your triceps and lean back. So good. One more breath here. Excellent. Exhale. Now you're going to take a towel or blanket and place it at the center of your sticky mat so the knees have support. And then you're going to come onto the hands and knees and take your hands on your hips with your toes curled under. Then your thumbs are here and you're going to practice pressing your inner thighs back, spill them back, and feel how that creates a curve here. That's the lift from the lumbar spine we want. Then as much lift as we want here, we want that much lift here, working in tandem. So zip up on your navel, lift up on the low back by spilling the thighs back. Keep that, take your right foot forward. Inhale, wholehearted, press your elbows wide and feel your collarbones expand. Exhale, sink the hips down, down, down. Now if this right knee is vulnerable at all, just make sure it doesn't traverse past the ankle. If it's not vulnerable, you're welcome to push it all the way forward as you sink the hips down. Elbows nice and broad. Deep inhale, smooth, sultry exhale. Well done. Inhale, slowly lean your hips back and you're going to lift your left foot off the floor and now curl the toes under, take it behind you. Then on an inhale, you're going to take your right forearm to thigh rather and breathe. Now I'm not mirroring you right now, so take a moment. It'll look different on your screen and that's okay. You're going to extend your top arm over, but instead of straight, you're actually going to bend this top arm and work your bicep. So you know when you show off that bicep and you do this action, you're welcome to make a fist if that helps you, but it's like a sunrise popping up here. And then pull that left shoulder blade on the back, squeeze it towards your right hip and wrist stretch it over. If this is pretty easy for you, take the hand to a block, prop, or floor to the outside of the front ankle, but don't let that knee pop in. Keep wrapping the right hip under and opening it up. And then think wholehearted. And what does that mean? Well, open the heart. So squeeze that left tricep down, left shoulder blade towards your right hip, and feel how that cajoles the heart open sweetly. Inhale, root down through your front foot, rise up, warrior us, warrior two. Bend both elbows. Make fists if you need to or not, but watch the biceps tone and activating them. There's all these tendons, the bicipital groove it's called, and other musculature areas that join here in a convergence. Pull the shoulders back, opening that intersectionality, and re-stretch the arms straight. Sink down through the front hip and exhale, right palm to the sky. Left hand can be on the hip or on a prop behind you or high on your fingertips. Bend your top elbow, again, so hug the right shoulder blade down towards your left hip and think heart open and twist your heart open to the sky. Wholehearted breath, wholehearted heart rising up. Inhale, rise up once again, and then exhale with the hands on the hips. You're going to lift your back toes up. You're going to take the left toes, line them up with your left sit bone. And then when you're ready, you're going to lean your hips back and take the right knee down and your left foot forward, any way you can get there. With the hands on the hips, feel your thumbs into that, it's the top of your pelvis, it's called the iliac crest. And push it and lift it up. And now see if you can press like there's a helium balloon on your back right inner thigh. Lift it back and up even a little, and you'll feel this lift increase. Now, we want to mirror this lift with the belly lift. Think sit up in the front and feel the whole torso rise up in total core support and lower back empowerment. Then, when you're ready, rise up, extend the arms for a breath, and feel that stretch in the front of the hip. Then exhale, hands on the hip, lift your back foot up. Lift it up and take it behind you so you're still supported. Then you're going to take your left forearm on the thigh and your right arm up and overhead. And now here, pause. Press your right thigh back, left hip grounds, and then make a fist if you need to work that bicep like a sunrise. The right bicep should work, or not, but the right shoulder blade and the right arm bone pulls back. And then re-stretch open. And then think wholehearted, and with a wholehearted breath, twist your chest to the sky, open it up. Or if this is easy and you want a deeper stretch and an experience, you can take the left hand to a block or pillow on the outside of the ankle or to the floor. Each inhale, press the right shoulder blade down towards your left hip and open the left knee up to the left by squeezing your left hip under. Open the chest, think whole heart, and open the whole chest to the sky. Last breath. And then inhale, root down through your left hip, warrior, warriors, to here. It's so sweet to have the back knee down, isn't it? It's very grounding, helps anxiety, helps us breathe better. Maybe make fists or bend the elbows and make fists, but pull the shoulder blades on the back and then keep and feel the chest open. Notice the collarbones expanding even as you re-stretch the arms straight. Now on an exhale, take it back. Hand can be on a prop, or you can find that earth beneath you. Deep inhale, smooth exhale, bend your top elbow one more time. Hug the left shoulder, squeeze it towards your right hip, and re-stretch it totally straight. Breath by breath, turning your wholeheartedness to the sky. That means full attention, right? To the sky. Any thoughts are coming in about anything else other than your body and your yoga practice, just let them go like clouds passing. On the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Take your hands on your hips, lift your back foot up, and come back more into the low lunge position. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly flow the hips back and take the left foot back now so the knee is down. Now we're going to take a camel posture, Ustrasana. So take the knees, outer hip distance, not sit bone, that's a little more narrow, outer hips here to give yourself space and room to liberate those hips. Most of us take our feet a little more narrow in this pose, so know that. And just walk them a little wider. Then, take the hands on the hips. One more time. Feel that iliac crest and push it, lift it up. And spill the inner thighs back and wide, and you'll feel that connection, how that helps it lift. Now this low back is lifting, mirroring it. Whole heart, whole self, full focus. Low back lifts, belly lifts. Even think sit up. And then on an exhale, phase one, hands, I'll show you this way, middle fingers down. And you can gently keep that pushing of the wrists up as you lean back. And then it'll help perpetuate that rising up and space in the lumbar spine. Or you can reach your hands back and grab both ankles. If you can do both at once, challenge yourself. Bend the elbows. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Feel the heart open. And then lift your chest as you breathe. If it needs to be grabbed one at a time, notice which one you reach first. Then root down through the hips. Keep lifting here as you come out of it. Try not to collapse, right? But mindfulness is about how we enter things, how we're in things, and how we leave things. So lift up. Well done. Second side with lunges. So right foot forward. Take a breath. Now here, again, if the knee's vulnerable in the right knee, place like a washcloth behind it or a spacer, a sock, and you can see if that causes pain. Any pain, take your back knee back more and have it be 90 degrees here so there's no vulnerability or potential of that. You can take 2 pillows, 2 boxes, shoe boxes, whatever works, palms forward like we did in our warm-up. Inhale, bow forward. Exhale, palms back. Open your whole heart. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Now here, have your hands on the props, or it might be that you don't need them. You rock side to side like a penguin with your palms forward, and you actually feel the floor beneath you as your hips sink down. Now, even though this is rooting down, how do we lift up in the back and belly? Well, weight the outer back knee and press your inner back, left thigh back like a helium balloon's on it, and that will help lift and keep it safe and happy. And zip up on your belly. So even as you're back bending here, lift your belly, particularly on the right side. One more breath, sink down, throw it back, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, good job. Lean your hips back, come back to camel again. Now in this camel, knees outer hip distant, feet the same distance, pause. You might go back to the hands, middle fingers down on the low back. If you want the lift, but you want more challenge through the wrists, take your middle fingers out to the side. You don't want the arm bones to round and slump, right? We want to open up our wholeheartedness, whole heart. So squeeze your elbows and triceps back. Or if you reach one hand before first and then the other, grab the other one first and switch it out. Last opportunity is both hands together at once, which most of us don't practice. So find your way, middle fingers to the side, opposite hand than you usually grab, or both hands at once. Now this time, inner thighs like helium balloons, back and lift. Belly like you're doing a sit-up, and then chin down until the very last minute. And it might be you stay here. If your neck is bothering you, any tension in your cervical spine, look, just keep it forward the whole time. You can. If you can take the head back with ease, then slowly do it at the last minute. Even if you have the ankles, squeeze and bend your elbows and bring them towards each other, and then the head slowly back. Breathe in a wholehearted, mindful way. Wholeheartedness and focus brings total energy into the body, and the body is filled and flooded and bathed in new vital energy. Exhale, root down through your knees, lift up through your chest, come out of it. And now we'll do the second side, left foot forward, lunges. Curl your back toes under and place a spacer behind the knee if it's vulnerable at all, or simply just keep it at 90 degrees and move your right knee back if you need to. When you're ready, inhale, stretch up and reach forward. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe not, but lift the left side of the belly. Exhale, palms face forward, thumbs heavy, whole heart open. Inhale, forward. Exhale, stretch it back. One more time. Inhale, bowing forward. Long, tall spine. Exhale, reaching back. Lift the back like there's a helium balloon on your your right inner thigh. Pour it back. Weight the outer right knee. And then maybe like a penguin, go side to side. It might be tighter on the side. It might be looser. Most of us, it's one or the other. Notice it. Wholeheartedness is really being fully present to what is, all those nuances, whatever is happening. Notice it. That's the art of attention we call yoga. Weight the outer back knee. Lift up on the low back by pressing the right inner thigh back more. Zip up on your belly. Lift up on your belly. Don't sink out of the belly and pooch. Zip up and give great power and strength to your spine. And exhale. Flow the hips back. Take the left knee back for the last camel posture. When you're ready, toes are curled under, knees and feet are outer hip distance. Option one, middle fingers face up this time. Friends who are enjoying the low back participation and support. If that's a lot on the wrist, that's deep flexion, and that might feel great to you, especially if you do a lot of computer work, or it could feel too much, and you might want to go back to here and even back to here. So find your way with that. If your shoulders are real tight, back to here is going to feel better. Here is harder to keep the shoulders back, but a lot of you can do that. Here's a lot on the wrists and the shoulders. Or it might be that you try to reach again with both hands if you can. If you just can't reach with both hands, do the one that feels harder first again. Inhale, lift your spine, grow the sides of the body to get all that juicy, healthy length. Then, with all that space created, inner thighs back, spill them back, and weight the outer knees. Feel and notice that, and then your capacity to zip up on your low navel, upper navel will support a gorgeous, beautiful opening of the posture. Flip the palms like they're heavy. Maybe, if you want more challenge, grab the inside of the ankles. That's really hard. Or grab the outside, try to do both, or the exotic way one. Whatever you got, hug your ankles in, bend both elbows. Wholehearted, open the chest, open the heart by squeezing the elbows in, pulling the throat back and letting the head gently flow back if it's okay on the neck. If not, look forward. Breathe and shine, pushing out the knees. One more breath. Good. Root down through the hips. Lift up as tall as you can through low back and through belly. And exhale. Well done. That was a lot. Then when you're ready, inhale. We're going to come to neutralizing the spine. So take your right foot forward in half Hanuman pose. In half Hanuman, take the hands on the hips. If this feels really unstable to you, face a wall and put your hands on a wall. Dorsiflex the right foot. That means toenails to shin, and you just did a lot of back bending, so we're neutralizing the spine and really hitting the save button on our work. So as you drag the inner right heel back, squeeze above the right kneecap, lift up on your lower back by pressing your left thigh back and lifting. Lift up on your navel. Stay here, hands on hips. If you want more challenge of balance, arms up. Or like I said, you can be touching a wall if all this is too much. Or you could even have two props here. One more breath here. Inhale, press your right thigh bone straight down to the floor, right there. And exhale, hands on the hips. Bring the right knee down. We're almost there, friend. You got this. Left foot forward. Neutralizing the spine, I'm going to flex my left foot. Join me. That means toenails to shin, right? Toenails to shin. Inner heel pulls back, because how you do what you do matters in life and on the mat. If you're conscious of what you're doing and how you're doing it, everything goes better. You get more efficiency out of your practice, and you get more juice and joy out of your life. Zip up on the left kneecap, hands on hips. Press your right inner thigh back and feel how that lifts and elevates the lumbar spine. Zip up on your navel and feel both front and back body lift at the same rate, and that's always what we're going for. If you want more challenge as you do those actions, you can float the arms up. Deep inhale. Press and dig the inner left heel into the floor. Keep pulling it back. Deep exhale as you lift front and back body. Press your left thigh bone down to clear and neutralize the spine from the back bending, and yet we'll keep the liberation in the hips in the front of them. And exhale, slowly release. So good. Come to a comfortable seat. Well done. That was such a great, almost like a little yoga juice infusion. I want to say espresso, but we're going for full health. Not that there's anything wrong with espresso or coffee, but like a wheatgrass shot of just vibrancy. Bring your palms together at your heart center. And take 2 to 3 deep breaths. And notice your own vibrancy. Can you feel your cells dancing in aliveness? Can you feel the benefit and the wake of being wholehearted, one-pointed with your focus? That brings energy. So we'll sing the sound of Om, which reminds us and recommits ourselves to this practice that we're going to try to integrate into our life, which is the point of all this. How can I continue to practice off the mat, being fully present, wholeheartedly awake to as many moments as possible in my mundane life? And when the moments are profound, that life too. But usually when they're profound, it's easy. Mundane can be harder. So one Om to both. Wholeheartedness for you. Inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me.